Okay, catch this. Where do you see this? This is today's thumbnail. Now, most people recognize this as it's AI generated, and you can see some things that are wrong with it. But there's one thing that's so major wrong with it.
SpeakerBot is alive.
We'll get to that in just a minute. So that gives me, I've got a SpeakerBot confirmation.
DougBot said hi. How you doing?
I've got my audio confirmation. And I don't think you heard the audio confirmation, but you would have heard the SpeakerBot confirmation, except I wasn't looking at the graphic at the time. Oh man, when we get to this,
Read chat, please.
AI generated thumbnail.
Why, certainly.
Yeah, there it is. There I got a confirmation. So let me bring this back up again. Here's the key for you to understand what is so wrong about this. There's things that are wrong with them. I mean, pretty much all the same hairstyle on the guys. Some of the hands are wrong. Let's see. I see 3 man buns. That's just wrong to begin with.
Read chat, please.
There may be more than that. It looks like there's a few mice down here, but here's what the clue that you need to guess what is the major wrong thing about this, and that is what AI I use to generate this thumbnail. It's over. Let's see, where do I have it? Where do I have it? Oh, Microsoft 365 Copilot. This is not the Windows 365 Copilot. This is. Oh, 5 minutes ago, it was here. This is the Microsoft 365 Copilot chat that I pay extra for. And I designed it in here. So this thumbnail created by Microsoft. Now, little side note here, as I'm looking at OBS, it looks like my audio is out of sync. My speech isn't in sync with my lips. Are you seeing that? Oh yeah, I see Ran Israel saying that. I think that's because of a couple extra features I added into OBS. I think it is struggling with that. Interesting. Okay, but anyway, in chat, what's wrong with this thumbnail when you realize it was created by Microsoft 365 Copilot chat? I have to say all those words because it's not Windows Copilot chat. It's not Microsoft Copilot. It's not Microsoft 365 Copilot. It's Microsoft 365 Copilot chat, because the Windows Copilot is not capable of doing pictures, thumbnails. It can't generate those. I'm going to give you some time to figure out what is wrong with that thumbnail. If you need to see it longer, then just pause the video here on another tab and continue with the audio. That way you can even have the audio in the background. You don't have to watch me as I'm talking because it's out of sync, and that's just got to be troubling. All right. There is so much potential that I could be talking about today. I've decided to not include the biggest news. Oh, wow, look at that. That was just wrong. Wasn't that in the wrong place for her? No, I think that is where I eventually... No, that's not the right place where I eventually put her. Yeah, Stormy moved. How about, did you discover anything else in the prompts? Yeah, what's available for StreamerBot today? See, Stormy's not a speaker bot. Stormy is a streamer bot.
Read chat, please.
No, I intentionally moved her. Can see where my arm is? My right arm is just, there's a different framing today. And that is what has caused my voice to be out of sync. When I did the testings yesterday, I did not notice that. I don't know if I had that problem yesterday. Seldom Ball, not that the thumbnail was square. Yeah, see, there's Princess. Hey, you princess. Gotta look this way. Not that way anymore. So princess in a different location. What else has moved? Yeah.
Read chat, please.
Seldom Ball, or no, Rand Israel says, look at 904 in chat. Rand Israel, Stormy moved. That's not the main thing. I thought I responded to that. Yeah, Stormy did move, but that's not what's wrong with the thumbnail. Stormy up in the clouds. Stormy always had clouds over her. Stormy was over your left shoulder. Yeah, that's not what's wrong with the thumbnail, but yeah, that did happen. That was intentional. The logo moved also. Yeah, that's not all that moved.
Read chat, please.
The previous 904. So here's the earliest 904. There's no 904s previous to that. None of them are looking at the monitor. Oh, no, that's not the major thing that's wrong with that. Yeah, she's looking up at the camera operator because she's all stressed out because this is the title here, When Eager to Be Helpful Isn't. And the title of today's video is Responding to Tech Questions from Users and IT Pros. What does it ever happen that users asking for help and they get too much help? Too many people trying to tell them what to do. Ken Stout says the woman's eyes are off. No, the eyes are on her head. They are definitely in her eyeball sockets. That's not the major thing that's wrong with this. There is such a major, particularly when you consider that this was generated by Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat. Now, actually, it's just the first word, Microsoft. It's the first word, Microsoft, is the key to figure out what is really wrong with this. Oh, it's so wrong. How come I didn't see the popped out chat as one of the things that I can switch to?
Read chat, please.
There you go. There you go. Somebody's got it. Okay, let me restore chat and pop it out again. Somebody figured it out. I had to really emphasize the Microsoft gig, right? They look like Apple monitors. Yes, the computer's a Mac. Way too many man buns. That's right. All the males have facial hair. Apple PCs, that's it. Mac back in the corner. Mac in the back. Right? There's a Mac in the back. There's a Mac right here, an iMac. And that's a Mac keyboard and a Mac numeric keypad generated by Microsoft. Microsoft does not make the Apple operating system. So how did Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat come up with that? Stormy, you're just, is that where that's not where I left her. I know why it is. See, I've got a new plugin that fixes the fish lens. The fish lens of these webcams that make the things on the outer, let's see. There's this delay, so I can't even tell if I'm moving the right hand. It used to be that this frame, I would try to keep it out of the picture. That closet frame was curved because of the fisheye lens. So I found a script that would fix that. And to fix it, it has to zoom in a little bit to do the fix. So I had to reframe everything. I had to move things around. It's probably not worth it. Probably nobody ever noticed. And OBS is struggling. Let's go see if I turn this off. Can I show you turning that off? Bring that back now that I have this open. Here's this filter right here. If I turn this filter off, then that curvature comes back. See how that closet frame is curved right now. It's a very minor curvature because the lens on this webcam is actually below the threshold that this feature is supposed to fix. Now it's going to mess up all of my elements again, but it has not yet fixed my speech. So how about if I go over to view? Let's see, where is that at? No, tools, scripts. Yeah, so I'm choosing scripts. Can you see that? No, you can't because of my little gimmick for letting me be able to show this. You can't see the tools menu. Oh, well, I choose scripts. Then I can move that over here. If I do this lens corrector and remove it, let's see if that fixes it. It might be that I have to stop and restart OBS. Let's see if that fixed it. No, that didn't fix it. Okay, I'm going to try unplugging the webcam and reconnecting it. So you're going to see me away. No, you're not going to see me away. You're going to see empty space. So I'm going to unplug that webcam and plug it back in. The screen's going to go black for a moment. Oops, is that the right one? Yeah. Okay. No, that wasn't the right one. Plugged the wrong webcam. Here's the right one. Now it's unplugged. You should be able to hear me and not see me. A lot of people give a gasp of sigh of relief. Oh, that's so much better. You can't see him. Camera not available. Here it comes. Now it's back. And it still is that problem. Okay, so another element involved is logic capture. I have logic capture running. I think that might be what it is. And if I just close that, then that makes that not work. And then that's probably going to mess up this camera. So I've got to go camera, and I can show you while I'm doing that. Instead of logic capture, I need to go to logic stream cam. Now, let's see how that does for the sync. That fixed it. I think that fixed it. Indeed, that fixed it, brother. That fixed it. Hey. Oh, all that freaking time I spent yesterday trying to fix that. Because to fix that, it required like 3 extra elements. Now, the way I deal with that frame that's curved, because it just bugs the heck out of me. There you can see how much that is curved at the bottom. So just move it up to here. And you guys never notice. You just never notice. That is not what I was planning to do during this show. Now where is she? Yeah. Did I fix her? I shouldn't be doing this stuff during the stream. No, I'm not going to try moving her now. I want her to be over around this area. See, there's another thing that has come back to StreamerBot that I don't see it, that anybody has triggered yet. Should have been in the messages at the beginning. Did you get? Yeah, I did get messages. Yeah. All right. So I gotta go hit up some comments. Oh, there is news today. I was contemplating that I would do it during the show time and do one of those extractions. There we go. Here's another one. Or randoms. Bernard C. says, Yahoo, Doug, made us see something we were blind to. Funny thing you should mention Yahoo. I was just about to mention Yahoo. That's the big news. I think I'm going to do a separate video today about the new development in the Yahoo saga. Rebuild. Brian says, just rebuild the door frame with an intentional curve in it. Problem solved. Moving on. Actually, the first direction I took was considering buying a 35mm digital camera. And I did the research down there and found out, no, it's just the lens. It's just the lens that's the problem. It's not the camera. And different webcams even have different lenses. And this lens isn't very bad. It's not really bad at all. So I was looking at spending hundreds of dollars, and then I found out, no, I can just put in a script into OBS to fix it. No, did not work. All right. Video comment. Video comments. Jeff Ryman with a comment on, let's see, that was the Friday show when we talked a bit about the smart app control and the re-enabling smart app control, where she said, after a little search, I found the smart app control is a security feature that can't be turned on in Windows 11 without a clean install. It doesn't seem a big deal to me, but your mileage may vary. Then there was, what did that come to? An email or something that somebody pointed out a way to fix it. And it was through a, I think a registry edit and a group policy edit. And so I contemplated doing that. And then as I looked further into it, I decided, no, see, Princess is in the right place. That's where I wanted to put her. Except that she was going to be more in that black frame when I had the position turned differently. But anyway, the smart app control, I looked into that further, and I think really what that does is if you install any program on your computer that's not in the Microsoft Store, it's going to object to it. I think. So then I thought, you know what? I don't know that I want to do that anyway. The registry and group policy edits to fix this smart app control and to enable the oh, what's that other thing? The supplemental sharing stuff that you have to do that said that you had to reinstall Windows. There was a way around it. So I was considering, should I do that again? Should I use that method to be able to enable the extra? Oh, I'm stumbling, I'm falling because I'm not remembering these things. I didn't have all this scripted and rehearsed and set up ahead of time. What is that? That extra reporting thing. Optional diagnostic data. Thank you. Yes, Ran Israel. Optional diagnostic data. Here's the chat, where it said that you can't turn that back on without reinstalling Windows from scratch. Well, maybe you could do a sysprep and be able to do it. But anyway, there is a way that claims to be able to do it through I think it was a group policy and a registry edit. And I said that I would try it on Bigsby's build, and then later I thought, no, I should try it on one of my other computers. And then I realized, what is that going to actually accomplish? Is that going to mean that it's going to object to installing anything that's not in the Microsoft Store? I don't actually know that yet. So I haven't done that piece. Should I hold on to Jeff's comment until I follow up with that? No, because I have too many other things to do. I'm just not interested enough in that. It's not being asked about enough. Oh my gosh, good golly, Miss Molly. I did not set up all of my stuff today. I've got to copy today's show and then the link for today's show, and then take out everything after the question mark, put T equals S, Control A to select all of that, Control C to copy all of that, take that off screen. Then I've got to clear out all of my remembered clipboard history. And I had to take that off screen because I didn't know what was going to show up. So then go back into clipboard history. Here's the one that I want to keep. I'll pin that. And so now I have that. I've got my seconds down in the bottom right corner. So I'll put in this T equals 1238 and respond to Michael Cantu. Ask what model is the CMOS battery? The CMOS battery that I use for that is 2032 for repairing that HP, that dead HP all-in-one. Most CMOS batteries are 2032, and I advise you to buy a name brand. It's going to be a little more expensive than the cheap ones. Buy a name brand from a seller. I buy from Amazon, but make sure over on the right-hand side, the seller indicates it's somebody reliable, either sold and shipped by Amazon or sold and shipped by Eveready or any other of the major battery manufacturers. If it's some little podunk name that you don't recognize, don't buy it, because when you receive the batteries, they may already be expired, or they may be close to expiration, or they may be factory seconds, even if they have a major brand name. So, Michael Cantu, hope that answers your question. Michael, you can follow up with another question. You can send me an email at this email address to ask questions, and I will respond during a live show and send you a link to that point in the show, just like I sent a link to you by replying to that comment. Then, Gaze, yeah, there's news about Yahoo. I'm not going to deal with that now. That's going to be probably a separate video. The Drunken Troll says, I get NVIDIA pop-up every time I get an upgrade, download 3 to 4 times a year, but I'm using Quadro RTX 8000, which I don't think that's NVIDIA, is it? Haven't seen one since 2023, but it comes with a control panel where you can set every parameter you might want to, LOL. I don't know if that's actually a complaint or a question. Are you actually asking how to get rid of NVIDIA pop-up? This is in response to Saturday's show where we connected remotely to Tim Cruz's computer. Could somebody do me a favor and check and see what the time was for that? I'm going to guess it was around 1300. Somebody wouldn't mind checking that, please. Is that rechat? Quadro cards are NVIDIA Enterprise's product. Okay, so NVIDIA is Quadro Pro, or Quadro card. And is that a question about stopping the pop-up? If you go, it could be coming to you from the NVIDIA website if you're wanting to avoid that, or it could be in some configuration settings to tell configuration settings of the NVIDIA software, the control panel, to tell it to not show you updated features or helpful prompts. If it's the website itself, you would go into the configuration menu for your browser, whatever browser that you're using. Go to settings, go to privacy and security, go to site settings, and then go to view permissions and data stored across sites. The specific choices that you make will be different from one browser to another, but this is how to do it in Google Chrome. And then look for the NVIDIA site in here and see if I have any listing. NVIDIA, no, NVI, Clean View, NVI. Nope, it's not that. Quadro, Quad 9, no, it wasn't that. But anyway, if you find that website, click on the triangle here and look for pop-ups and try to disable pop-ups for that website. See if that'll help you with that issue. Okay, did anybody get me a better timestamp for that? I don't think so. Okay, I'll have to do that after the show, unless somebody comes up with that. Then the next one. I almost forgot. You know I was going to. 1493. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. No, 1492. I hope Yahoo is in. Oh, that's another Yahoo. No, I don't want to do that one yet. I'm going to do a separate video and respond to these people about Yahoo because there is news. And this is going, Tam JG is going to be happy with this news. And also Ahmed Reda. That'll be later. Later. Then let's grab a timestamp for this one, 1527. Kiwi Manu, 2186. Bless you, sir. 15 seconds worked. Phew. That was repairing the HP all-in-one that won't turn on. Kiwi, if you were able to replace that CMOS battery in 15 seconds, my hat is off to you, sir. Well, my hat's already off, but you can pretend that I'm tipping my hat to you. Kiwi, you can send a question to this email address. I don't know which way is best. Don't point. Your mother told you not to point. There's Doug pointing. You can send an email address to that email with any question regarding your Windows computer trouble issues. And myself in the chat room will do our level best to try to provide you an answer or provide you tips, pointers towards an answer, or just inspire you to directions to go to find the answer. We will interact with you over multiple days, trying to help you find an answer. So we are here for that. But if you're not going to watch my videos regularly, please don't subscribe, right? Just when you send a question, I will respond to your reply to your email with a timestamp. I don't like people subscribing to my channel if they're not going to watch more than half of my videos, because that harms the channel. If you watch occasionally, you could do a thumbs up. You can put a comment on a video, and that way YouTube will recognize, oh, that person really likes those videos. Also, watch them all the way through. If you do those things, YouTube will keep suggesting my videos to you without even subscribing. So you'll be okay. You'll be okay. All right, so I'm finished with that. Thumbs up and heart, and finish that reply. So there, I've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to today's video. Now let's go look at chat. See if there's anything I want to catch up. I'll look for the oranges first. John Williams, thank you, Doug, for the Lady Gaga video and the nice Beat Saber trailer. Coincidentally, that was the song that she was singing today is her Yahoo song. She talks about Yahoo during that song. Wait, what? What'd you just say, Doug? Yeah, she does. This site shows how to manually prevent this forced conversion, how to block and something or other. I'll take that off screen while I click to go to it. All right, how to block and remove new Outlook app in Windows 10 and 11. Assist you in blocking the automatic forced installation of the new Outlook app, as well as uninstalling and removing the new Outlook app. Oh, very good. Very good. I will look deeper into that. That is worth some points. Greg M. Triple click on that. Come down here. I think that's because I've been needing to do a follow-up on the Outlook issue too. That's not, I didn't do that right. Yeah, when does Doug do make a mistake, do something wrong? Oh, let's go like 4,000 points, shall we? Why not? Oh, no, I gotta keep forgetting to do that. Even though his was the last thing copied, I can't just do Control V. I have to bring up clipboard history if I have in the interim selected something else from my clipboard history. So now Greg has 5,250. That 4,000 jumped him up a lot. Currently, points only get you bragging rights, and they get wiped out every day. This month, I'm not sure what's going to happen next month. I haven't decided yet. That's where I was. No, it's not. I was here. Microsoft's many outlooks are confusing users, including its own employees. Absolutely, of course that is. So that might make the next Outlook video as well. Yes, video is the correct way to pronounce the word. Don't jump down my throat. Looking for other oranges and looking for other links. Before I go look closer, How about if I go down one screen worth at a time instead of drag that scroll bar? I think my other mouse for Baby Beast, I think its battery died. Looking for orange and looking for links. Again, Stout is extraordinarily humble. Right. Right. NVIDIA. Okay, here's the NVIDIA. I think I'm safe leaving the screen on. NVIDIA Quadro. Does that actually answer any of the issues we were dealing with? On cookies, I try to always look at these details and turn off the advertising cookies. Personalization, it's all right. Save and accept. I'm not sure why he was giving me that link. Was it to answer something I was asking? Yeah, Brian's still trying to add points for other people. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. That don't work. That must be conversation with somebody else. Okay, so I looked for all the oranges and I looked for all of the links. Now I will look for, see if Brian's got me a joke. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Right here, it's very first thing. I have not read it yet. I promise you, I have not read it yet. A mushroom walks into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here." Mushroom replies, "Why not? I'm a fungi. I'm a fun guy. I'm a fungi. Fungus. Mushroom, fungus. All right, that's enough Doug explaining for that one. Because I promise you, there's a Doug in this audience who did not get it. Doug speaks before his lips moves. Yeah, speaking before your brain, engage mouth before you engage your brain. Well, I was engaging my audio before my lips, I guess. Now I'm looking a little more closely just to see if something catches my eye. Same generated AI person. I wondered that too, but there are differences. These two faces look pretty close, but the hair's different. The faces are very, very similar. So very similar. But they still look different to me. A little bit. Eyes are two different sizes, and yes, they are on her face or skull. So what he was meaning, they're two different sizes. I think most people's eyes are different sizes, right? You can see different, they're a little different shape. This eye is a little more open. This one's a little more closed. This eyebrow's a little more slanted down than this one. Yeah, most people don't have a very symmetrical eyes. Ken has reached the ripe old age of 65, I think it is, without realizing that. Really? Oh, Mike was the first, I think, with Apple. Was he the first? Apple. Mike Wojcik and Ski Man. They're both 907. Mike Wojcik looks to be first. Control C. Let's try Mac. Mac is at 907. That's after Mike. And this is when I had to give a really big clue. I had to really emphasize. Once I emphasized Microsoft, then a bunch of you got it. So that doesn't worth quite as many points as if you had got it without me having to really emphasize that clue so much. So it was Mike, right? There's an extra point for Mike. That AI thumbnail now makes more sense to me. Max all around and everyone staring at the empty space and thinking, where did the PC go? That's what they're surprised about. All those raised eyebrows. They are in a Microsoft facility, right? Because Apple would never have these plain dull window shades. No, wait a minute. I said that wrong. Microsoft wouldn't have these. No, this is I'm saying this is a Microsoft facility. And they all got these raised, these foreheads with the lines in them because they're all so surprised. What happened? This was a Windows PC a moment ago, and now it has switched. This is the only guy that's really happy about it. He's a Mac. He looks like a Mac, doesn't he? Looks more like a Mac than the rest of them, doesn't he? Well, I first thought this was another person in the background up here. This guy's man bun. No, it's man bun. I probably should get out of here while I'm ahead. Wait, what? Doug thinks he's ahead? I'm not ahead. I've got a whole body. I'm not just a head. It's a talking, maybe it's a talking head video. Scanning through. Mac in the back. Why isn't that a thing? Why isn't that a saying? I used to have a Mac right back here. There's a Mac in the back. An iMac. iMac in the back. That can be a tongue twister. Well, now I have to do a show tonight and use that thumbnail, fix it. You'll have to watch and see the results. Hint, LWTDB might be in there somewhere. Look out for that. Ken, put in a link in YouTube, my YouTube chat. YouTube.com/ and then your URL /live. That way they can save that link as a favorite in their browser, and they'll always be able to get to you. I know you haven't scheduled the show yet, but youtube.com/ your channel handle /live. That link will always take somebody to your currently running live stream or your next scheduled live stream, or if you don't have a scheduled one, it'll take you to your live streams listing. You don't have much longer to do it. Figure it out. Figure it out.
Read chat, please.
Read chat, please. He says, Chris Garrett has a question. Ask the question, Chris. He knows he's messing with me. His question is going to be, am I late? That's what his question. What Chris is trying to do here, he's trying to see if he can gain the most negative points of anybody in this entire community. I promise you, whatever he says next, it's going to be some kind of a troll. It's not going to be a serious question. Oh, I know what it is. I told him before, I said before, don't ask questions at the end of the show. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Oh, and that's his, he only started that was his first chat. So if we go add points, Chris, that wasn't a very significant troll. So I'm going to make this more gentle.
Read chat, please.
Let's see. Did he do? Ken Stout thinks he honors the negative points. Yeah. So where did that bring Chris up to? Chris is now up to negative 2,900 points because he just crawled out of bed. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. You can send an email to this address to ask a question so that I can do something productive rather than spending so much time getting trolled by my community. If you do that, if you send a question by email to me, or if you put a comment on any of my videos, then myself in the chat room will do our best to answer your question or provide guidance towards an answer or inspire the answer that you wind up finding yourself, We will follow up with you over multiple days if that's what it takes, because that's what we really want to do. All right? Says me. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye.
That's all, folks.
Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you dream. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream at LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts, or simply where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team.